Welcome to the Cold Cut Podcast. We got Andy, Thomas, and me. Right now it is 9 below freezing. It's snowing.
9 below freezing?
It's
Negative
9. It's -9 outside, and it is snowing. And we're here to talk about the Unabomber.
Major
Laptop
wind
man.
coming in here. Major wind.
Weather guy first. Weather guy first.
Wind speed's at 60 miles per hour, going southeast.
I agree.
Andy has his donuts. If you look up here, there will be a donut counter.
Here is the Unabomber. The Unabomber's real name, Fyodor John Kaczynski.
Is it
Give me
Krasinski
this.
or Kaczynski?
It's Kaczynski. Krasinski is in the office.
Ah, thank you.
All right, Andy's going to give us a quick synopsis of the Unabomber, and then we're going to talk about what our favorite parts about him are.
Did you know, before his 35,000 word memento, no one really knew what his true intentions were? No one knew why he was bombing the universities or the airlines. No one knew that. And he said, unless they publish it in a newspaper, he's going to continue the bombings. Please, on to you.
That's interesting. Thomas, anything?
Hi, this is Thomas.
You don't have to put it that close to your face.
The Unabomber killed.
Put it that close to your face. You don't have to talk
The
loud.
Unabomber killed 3 Americans and injured many more before his capture in 1996,
I believe
planting
it's 23.
bombs in people's
Wow,
mailboxes.
23.
Planting bombs
I'm
in
pretty sure
people's
it's 23.
planting bombs in people's mailboxes on the daily.
I might keep that in.
People took the bombs out of their mailboxes, brought them into their houses, opened the boxes, and they exploded in in their faces. Psh! All up in their faces. All up in their faces.
All up in their faces. Andy has those donuts all up in his face.
Over to Casey.
I don't have any fun facts, so.
Did you know the first bomb he delivered didn't kill anyone? It actually didn't even hurt them. It had a rubber band and a couple matches to set off the ignition device. But it didn't hurt anyone. It was a very simplistic bomb.
Time for our sponsor. We are sponsored by Carhartt. Carhartt jackets.
Pack it away.
Carhartt jackets. As you can see, Andy, we wear our merchandise. Andy is rocking this Carhartt jacket right now. We love Carhartt. The warmest jackets in the game, the most stylish jackets, the best jackets. Look at this. We are in -9 degree weather right now. Casey he has frostbite forming off of his hair strands. Andy is almost sweating right now. Almost sweating. He could survive in Antarctica if he wanted to. Look how sexy this man is. Look at this. Absolutely beautiful. All right,
Andy.
that's enough from our sponsor. Now on to the Unabomber.
To go back on what we were just talking about, Andy, let's have a seat. Get back in your Carhartt. I think it's pretty crazy that he kept going, because just get your donuts. If I had failed on the first attempt, this part I'll stop the win. I'll stop the win. Watch the table! Watch the table! And we're back.
Wind just picked up to 90 miles per hour, going southeast.
Andy landed in the pond down the street, but he is back.
Good thing the Carhartt jacket kept us from hypothermia because the pond is -20 degrees.
Whew.
Nice going, Andy.
Oh my god, the donuts! Andy, how many donuts are you in right now? I guess we'll know when I watch the video. I'm pretty sure we are at 7.
I'm pretty sure we're at 3.
Pretty sure we're at 3.
I'm going to say 4.
4. Does anybody know the year that the Unabomber was convicted?
1996, the Unabomber was convicted
Wow,
of
when did
many different crimes.
When did he start his
Well, I do know he was
17
born in
years
1948.
He was born in 1948,
Chicago.
and he started it when he was pretty young. He started doing the
He
Unabomber.
would be 83 years old right now, almost around that.
That's
well,
wild.
Actually, on that, 2 years ago, he was moved into a health, like one of those health prisons for old people for unknown health conditions.
Wow.
Oh my
Up until 2021, he was in a Colorado prison.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
he was
crazy.
sentenced to 8 life sentences without parole.
8 life sentences.
I don't know much about
Crazy.
prison, but have you guys ever seen the movie Shutter Island?
I haven't.
Actually, can't say I have.
You ever see
It's a good
Square
one.
Straight?
No.
I have, actually.
It's the Unabomber.
You guys ever seen Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
No.
A couple episodes. I think it's a decently good show.
There's not prison in there, but it's cops.
Back to the Unabomber.
Yeah, back
Thomas,
to Unabomber.
Share a fun fact, please.
Fun fact about the Unabomber: he had 17 wives.
Is that true?
No, it's not true.
I was flabbergasted.
He was alone.
Oh my god. Yeah, no. If he had a wife, he wouldn't have done the bombing.
Grab a donut for me. I actually want a donut.
I'm pretty sure if he hit my hand would fall off. So I'm not gonna try.
Actually, 3 different intelligence agencies worked on this: the FBI, the ATF, and one of the divisions of the Postal Service.
Oh, the USPS. He's talking about.
yeah,
Do you know?
USPS, but like one
do you-
of the like security
He's talking about the
sections, all of
USPS.
that.
Do you know? Just by random chance, how expensive this was?
I do not know, but it was one of the most expensive investigations.
It's
that
not the most.
Oh, it is actually the most.
The
expensive
most.
The most expensive?
investigation that the FBI has conducted up until
Wow.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
this point. It's unfathomable, actually.
Unfathomable. Is it like in like the millions, billions, trillions?
Probably millions.
Probably millions. As you can tell, we know a lot about the Unabomber.
We have researched the Unabomber for several weeks now. Intense research. Found every fact known about the Unabomber.
We did watch many documentaries.
We actually met the Unabomber and filmed it. Roll the clip.
Roll the clip. Roll the clip. And
I know
we're back.
Well, I believe the ATF. I believe that the ATF was the one who investigated the bombs and actually rebuilt a number of them to figure out how they were packaged and how they were made. Actually, you could actually see one of those in the museum in Washington D.C.
Oh.
Yeah, it's at the Museum of Natural History.
The Postal Service people, they investigated where the bombs were sent from, and I believe that the FBI did a psychological profile on him.
Oh.
Yeah, he wasn't mentally sane, so
Well, actually, Thomas,
that's also a big part.
during his trial, his lawyers wanted him to do an insanity plea, but he refused and just pled guilty. So there
Wow.
actually was no trial because he just pled guilty.
That's wild.
We both know he was insane, though.
Yeah, probably.
Andy, are you cold?
No, thanks to this Carhartt jacket, I am toasty as can be. It was only 10 years later that anyone actually witnessed him delivering one of his bombs. 10
Really?
years after the first bombing, yep.
Wait,
And
but
he
I
does
thought
have
he
a-
sent them in the mail.
He sent multiple of them in the mail, but he hand-delivered a few of them.
Wow. He's a gentleman.
He is a gentleman.
That's
I like to look the people in the eye before I give them a package.
Andy got a PhD in knowing the Unabomber, actually. He went to Harvard for several years.
Actually,
Working
speaking
on
of
this-
Harvard, the Unabomber actually went to Harvard.
No,
for-
he did not.
For his mathematics degree.
Mathematics?
Yes, he had.
At Harvard?
He was actually extremely smart. He had his master's
He must have did it.
and doctorate in mathematics.
He was
I believe
quite the smart guy.
Wait, you're
similarly
telling-
related field.
I guess that would make sense as to why he could make all the bombs.
Yes, he actually graduated high school, I believe, in 11th grade. He graduated early.
Wow. Man's a genius. I couldn't even do that. You couldn't. That's gonna make no sense. I don't know what that was. Andy's on to his 17th donut.
How
For
he was
the-
caught? No,
Oh,
I
yeah,
know how
wait,
you want to
how-
know how he was caught?
Yeah, let's. Do you know how he's caught?
I do.
All right, here, Thomas.
Yeah, they found evidence of they tracked back one of the packages to the Unabomber, and the Central Intelligence.
That is false.
All right, let's let's hear what Andy has to say.
Well, after the head of the FBI decided it would be better to publish his memento in the paper like he had asked, his brother, who had not had contact with for years, only a couple letters had been sent to his brother, but he recognized similarities between the writing, and actually,
His own brother?
his own brother brought that up to the FBI,
Wow.
and they made the connections, and they actually found him in the woods in a cabin. No power, no water, no nothing.
How was
He was a bit of like a naturist. That's what he was.
White.
That's what he was really angry about. He was angry about how technology was
That's
kind of taking away
crazy.
free will in society.
That's crazy.
That's why he bombed multiple universities, because he didn't believe in like scientific.
We know what you're saying.
Yeah.
You got anything?
He's crazy.
He's crazy.
He is crazy.
Also, here is a we decided to keep this to the end so you could really see it all in its glory. Here is a shot-by-shot development of what we believe a Unabombing would look like. And this will be represented by Andy Jacob himself.
Who again was a victim of the Unabomber and survived.
This is what I think of the Unabomber. I think he is a incredibly gifted, smart man who never had the correct people in his life.
Wasted potential, really. Wasted potential.
Honestly, though.
done
Harvard,
great
mathematics, PhD,
He could have done great things in the world.
and he
And a
chose to be
doctorate?
and he chose to just be a bad person.
Well, actually, a couple of when he wrote about how he felt, multiple people actually said that his ideas weren't that crazy, just the way he went about trying to.
I
No,
agree with that.
they were
I
pretty
agree with that.
crazy.
He
They
had
were pretty
reasoning for
crazy.
everything he did.
He was a
He had
terrorist.
reasoning, but it was still crazy.
He had reasoning.
It's
He
like
was
saying the
crazy.
Joker's not crazy.
He was young. He actually vandalized multiple construction sites, trying to slow down logging within his hometown,
Wow.
because he believed that
He could have
nature-
just been a politician.
He should have just been. Yeah, just a politician.
He could have been our president.
Yeah.
Thomas, why don't you say goodbye?
Goodbye.
Andy, say goodbye.
Adios.
Much love. This was the Cold Cut Podcast, and we will see you at another time.
Buy our sponsor.
Buy Carhartt.
Buy Carhartt.